I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
The virtual world has once again been rocked by global star Kim Taehyung, better known as V from the legendary group BTS. This time, his shocking confession in an exclusive interview has become a hot topic of conversation across social media platforms. In just a matter of hours, the hashtags #Taehyung and #ViralTaehyung immediately dominated trending topics on Twitter, while fans, ARMY, were busy analyzing every word he said. So, what exactly did Taehyung reveal that caused such a stir? A confession that changed everything. In a recent interview with the renowned magazine The Rolling Stone, Taehyung opened the conversation in a more personal tone than usual. When asked about his solo career journey and personal life, he suddenly said something that no one had expected. "I actually almost left the music industry last year," he said in a low voice. "There was a moment where I felt very lost, as if music no longer brought me the happiness it used to." This confession immediately shocked the interview host and, of course, the fans who heard it. So far, Taehyung has been known as one of the most enthusiastic BTS members on stage. His charismatic figure and distinctive baritone voice have always been the main attraction. However, behind it all, it turns out there is an inner struggle that he keeps to himself. ARMY and netizen. Reactions, concern, and support. As soon as Taehyung's confession was spread, thousands of tweets immediately flooded the Twitter timeline. Many ARMYs admitted to being shocked and sad to hear the news, while others praised his honesty. "We always see V as a strong person, but he is also human. I hope he knows that we always support him, whatever his decision," wrote a fan on Twitter. Some netizens even began to link Taehyung's confession to BTS's recent hiatus, where the members decided to focus on solo projects. "So this is the reason. I thought they just needed a break. It turns out it was more than that," commented a netizen. What really happened? Taehyung explained that the pressure of being an idol and the high expectations from the public had made him mentally exhausted. "I always want to give my best to ARMY, but there are times when I ask myself, is this still for me, or is it just to fulfill other people's expectations?" However, he also emphasized that the support from his BTS teammates and fans helped him rediscover his passion. "RM, Jin, and the others are the ones who are always there for me. They remind me why I love music in the first place." Taehyung and BTS's future. Despite being haunted by doubts, Taehyung confirmed that he is now back in high spirits. His upcoming solo album, Layover, is described as a healing project for him. "I wrote these songs with a very different feeling. It's like turning over a new leaf." For ARMY, Taehyung's confession is not just viral news, but also a reminder that their idols are ordinary people who have their own struggles. And as usual, they are ready to support Taehyung and BTS every step of the way. Not many would have thought that behind his charming smile and stunning performances on stage, Taehyung actually has a tough struggle. His confession opened the eyes of many people about the harsh reality of the entertainment industry, especially for idols who must always maintain a perfect image. When the stage lights go out, loneliness behind the glitz. In a more in-depth interview, Taehyung revealed how loneliness often haunts him, even though he is surrounded by a crowd. "There are times when I go back to my hotel room after a concert and suddenly feel very alone," he said, with a face that is rarely seen in public. This honest confession touched the hearts of many fans who have only seen the glamorous side of a star's life. Invisible pressure. The burden of public expectations. Taehyung explained how the pressure to always appear perfect slowly ate away at his happiness. "Every movement, every word, even every facial expression is always watched and criticized," he said. This fact has sparked a heated discussion in the fan community about the toxic culture in the entertainment world. The important role of BTS's fellow members, support in difficult times. In the midst of the darkness he experienced, Taehyung admitted that the other BTS members were his saviors. "They were the first people to realize something was wrong," he said with a bitter smile. Their story of friendship further strengthens the bond between BTS and ARMY. Defining moment, when music stopped making sense. The most surprising confession came when Taehyung shared a moment when music suddenly felt empty to him. "I stood in the recording studio and realized I didn't feel anything anymore," he recalled. This statement prompted many young musicians to share similar experiences on social media. The healing process. Rediscovering myself. Taehyung describes his journey to rediscovering his love for music as a slow but steady process. "I started from zero again, listening to the songs that made me fall in love with music," he said. This process of introspection has inspired many to bravely face their own identity crises. Unexpected support from ARMY. As soon as Taehyung's confession spread, a wave of support from fans flooded the internet. Many ARMYs shared their own personal stories of battling mental exhaustion, creating a warm and supportive space for sharing. Industry response: mental health issues in entertainment. Taehyung's confession sparked serious discussions in the industry about the importance of artists' mental health. Several major agencies began issuing statements about counseling programs for their talents. Solo albums as therapy. Taehyung explained how the process of creating his solo album was part of his healing. "Each song is like a chapter in my diary," he said. This artistic approach has critics predicting the album will be a deeply personal and touching work. Learning to say no. One of the biggest lessons Taehyung learned was the courage to set boundaries. "I learned that it's okay to say no when something is too hard," he said. This message is an inspiration to many of his fans who also struggle with people-pleasing. A more balanced future. Although he has rediscovered his passion, Taehyung insists that he will pursue his career in a healthier way. "I don't want to sacrifice my happiness for perfection anymore," he vowed, which was met with an outpouring of support. The impact of celebrity. Honest confessions. Taehyung's case is a clear example of how celebrities opening up about their mental struggles can have a far-reaching positive impact. Many fans said they felt relieved and less alone after hearing his story. A message for those who are struggling. Towards the end of the interview, Taehyung delivered a touching message. "If you feel tired, take a break. If you're lost, remember that it's okay to stop and ask yourself what you really want." A new chapter awaits. With this experience, Taehyung has entered a new phase in his career and life. ARMYs around the world are now looking forward to his upcoming works with a deeper understanding and support than ever before. The ripple effect. Continues. Taehyung's confession not only changed his own life but also sparked a global conversation about mental health in the entertainment industry. His story will continue to inspire and give courage to many to be honest with themselves. Taehyung revealed that the creative process for his latest album was a kind of therapy for him. "I started to see music not as an obligation, but as a friend who understands," he said, with a twinkle in his eye. Each lyric he wrote contained a fragment of his emotional journey, leaving fans ready for their idol's most personal work yet. The world responds. A global wave of empathy. Taehyung's honest confession sparked a chain reaction around the world. Psychologists and mental health activists flocked to applaud his courage in opening up this important conversation. On TikTok, the hashtag #MentalHealthWithV went viral with millions of video creations featuring inspiring stories of battling burnout and depression. Learning from experience, valuable life lessons. "Now I understand that fragility is not failure," Taehyung asserted with conviction. His introspection process taught him that taking a break is not a setback, but rather an important step to rise stronger. His new philosophy of life inspires the younger generation to pay more attention to their own mental well-being. What do you think? How did you react after hearing Taehyung's confession? Were you also surprised? Or did you already expect this? Share your thoughts in the comments. Taehyung, Yash BTS. Viral Taehyung, Yahya Army.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah, there's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worse.